quarterback is never obligated, or it's never up to the quarterback to really have a say. But when you promise your quarterback to have a say and you don't do that, I mean, I think Watson has a right to be upset at the very least.
I agree. I also want to throw in that like there's a lot of weird drama going on in the background. So, all right, if you didn't know, Jack Easterby, I think he's the vice president of like personnel or something there. He has a position there, but he has never, before he got that position, he'd never done anything with football. He's actually a motivational speaker. So, so
Wow.
I there's a video on TikTok that actually explains what's kind of going on pretty well. It's by their is 16 game sample size. Uh, so basically what happens is apparently Jack Easterby has manipulated the owner to give him control of the Texans, because the owner doesn't really know what he's doing, I guess. And obviously, like you said, Deshaun Watson was informed that everyone that he requested, all the candidates for GM that he requested, were going to get interviewed and stuff, and that he would get to talk to the new GM before a hiring was finalized. The owner basically straight up lied about that, and
Oh
he
yeah.
did this. He did this because Easterby convinced him to hire Nick Caserio, who's actually not a bad dude. He's also not a really bad guy for the job. He's actually pretty decent. But Easterby convinced him to hire Nick Caserio, and he did it without consulting Watson at all.
Yeah.
And this is also like apparently this is like a big move by Easterby because like to stay in power, because he got Caserio hired, so Caserio is probably not going to sack him. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
apparently it's a lot of it's on Easterby. Easterby is apparently one of the main people like saying to trade Hopkins. He was a lot of people in the Texans like organization, or sorry, no, in the locker room and stuff don't like him. So yeah, that's the drama that's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of drama. I knew another report that said, I think Adam Schefter reported, I think yesterday, he said that Deshaun Watson's anger levels are at 10, which is higher than it was when they traded away Hopkins. So it's surprising to see him like this upset. Another thing, they also mentioned that Hopkins was really upset because he wanted the ownership to, request to interview Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs offensive coordinator, for the coaching job, and they didn't even try to like request it or anything. So he just kind of feels betrayed at this point, and he just feels like uh, you know that pretty much he won't get his way, and he just probably wants out. And um, to trade him for the Texans, as much as I like Watson, and their situation is really bad. Their situation is really bad. I think for Watson, it probably would be best for his career and for that franchise to move forward, separately.